48-hour countdown. Is the Iraqi Dinar Revaluation finally here? Welcome back to the IQD2VND news channel. If you're new here, to subscribe to the channel and our mission, we will complete 500 subscribers in this week. Today we're diving into a breaking development that could significantly impact not only the Iraqi Dinar, IQD, community but also the broader global financial landscape. With just 48 hours remaining until a major deadline closely tied to Donald Trump's political timeline, speculation and tension are at an all-time high. Across the globe, IQD investors are watching this clock with a mix of hope and anxiety. Is this the moment the Iraqi dinar finally revalues? Could this deadline usher in the long-awaited RV, or will it pass like others before it? In this article, we unravel the facts, clear up the rumors, and explain what this moment means for you, your investments, and the future of Iraq's economy. What is the Iraqi Dinar Revaluation, RV? The RV, or revaluation, refers to a possible major upward adjustment in the value of the Iraqi dinar relative to other world currencies, especially the US dollar. For years, a large group of global investors has been holding on to IQD in anticipation of this event. The hope? That a higher exchange rate will lead to life-changing profits. But while the dream is compelling, the path has been anything but smooth. Delays, political instability, and conflicting signals from government bodies have made the timing of the RV uncertain. Still, optimism remains strong. And now, this new Trump-linked deadline has pushed things to a critical point. Why is everyone talking about this 48-hour deadline? The urgency behind the countdown stems from new political developments and high-level signals that seem to tie this moment in history to broader economic shifts. Supporters of the IQD-RV movement believe that Donald Trump's political influence, whether through policies, negotiations, or economic reforms, could play a direct role in shifting the financial status quo in Iraq. Some analysts suggest Trump's strategies may encourage new international partnerships, debt forgiveness deals, or economic alignments favorable to Iraq. These moves could create the perfect conditions for the RV to finally take place. This has triggered a wave of speculation and urgency among investors. If nothing happens by the deadline, many fear the window of opportunity could close. But if the RV does occur, the payoff could be massive. High emotions, high stakes. For ordinary investors, the emotional roller coaster is intense. Imagine putting a significant portion of your savings into the dinar, only to be told there are just 48 hours to prepare for a potentially transformational financial event.
That kind of pressure leads to panic buying, rushed decisions, and sometimes falling for scams. It's a mix of hope for financial freedom and the fear of devastating loss. Many people in the community don't see this as just an investment. It's a path out of debt, a chance to rebuild their lives, and a potential future windfall. However, it's critical now more than ever to stay level-headed and informed. Don't let fear drive your decisions. Instead, rely on solid research, verify your sources, and seek guidance from legitimate financial professionals. What do the experts say? Opinions are split. Optimistic analysts believe we are closer than ever. They point to improving conditions in Iraq, moves by the Central Bank of Iraq, CBI, and international economic engagements. They argue these trends could lead to a surge in the dinar's value very soon. Cautious voices, however, are warning investors not to buy into the hype too quickly. They stress that currency markets are complex and slow-moving, and any genuine revaluation will likely follow clear economic signals, not speculation. Bottom line? No one has a crystal ball. The best path forward is informed caution. Stay involved, but don't stake your future on rumors alone. What if the RV doesn't happen? The biggest concern for many is, what if the RV doesn't occur after the 48-hour deadline? In that case, the immediate financial impact could be disappointing. The dinar may continue to trade at its current low value, leading to losses, especially for those who invested heavily, expecting a short-term payoff. But it's important to recognize that hope doesn't end here. Many experts believe the RV is still possible long-term, especially if Iraq's economy continues on a reform path. Patience and strategy remain essential. Watch the parallel market in Iraq. One key area to watch right now is Iraq's parallel currency market, where unofficial exchange rates often differ from the official rates set by the CBI. This discrepancy creates both opportunities and confusion for investors and everyday Iraqis. The CBI has recently stepped up its efforts to close this gap, aiming to bring more transparency and stability. These efforts, if successful, could help strengthen trust in the dinar and stabilize its value.
A surprising voice, Hamida Buferus, speaks out. A notable voice in the recent conversation is Hamida Buferus, a well-known currency exchanger in Iraq. In a recent interview, he noted a decline in the US dollar's dominance and hinted at a strengthening of the dinar. For someone whose business traditionally benefits from a strong dollar, to acknowledge a rising dinar is significant. It reflects a genuine shift in market dynamics and perhaps even a deeper belief in Iraq's economic recovery. What a stronger dinar means for Iraq. If the dinar strengthens, whether due to revaluation or market forces, it would bring real benefits to everyday life in Iraq. Increased purchasing power for citizens, lower inflation and better prices for goods, more confidence in the financial system, boosted domestic investment and business growth. In the long run, this could lead to more job creation, stronger infrastructure, and reduced dependency on imports. Economic reform depends on everyone. While much focus is placed on government and central bank policies, the Iraqi people also have a role to play. When citizens understand economic issues, engage in public debate, and hold institutions accountable, it promotes transparency and stability. Financial education and engagement can empower the public and lead to smarter policy decisions. A thriving economy isn't built in a vacuum, it's built through cooperation between the state and its citizens. What should you do now? With the 48-hour clock ticking, here are smart actions you can take. 1. Stay informed. Follow credible financial news sources. 2. Don't rush. Avoid making emotional or impulsive decisions.